Chicken Gun once was one of the most popular chaotic shooters on mobile. It attracted millions of players worldwide, quickly becoming a fan favorite. But now, Chicken Gun has lost over 62% of its player base, and every month the gap keeps growing as the updates fall apart. So how did a game that once dominated the mobile shooter scene lose it all? Why couldn't Chicken Gun hold on to the success it once had? This is the downfall of Chicken Gun. To understand its downfall, we need to go all the way back to 2019. In that year, a Russian company named Apps was preparing to release another game. It was called Rooster Rudy Firefight, also known as Chicken Gun. Apps had already made some somewhat popular games like Memes Wars and Pug Wars. On February 19, 2019, Rooster Rudy Firefight officially launched. It was a first-person shooter with two main modes, play and servers. Play dropped you into a random online match, while servers let you create your own room or join any server you wanted. When it first launched, it wasn't an instant hit. Even so, month after month, the player base doubled and sometimes even tripled. Because of that, by the end of 2019, Rooster Rudy Firefight passed 1 million downloads. Impressive for a new game, but still only a fraction of what would come later. Chicken Gun would eventually peak at around 100 million players worldwide. As 2020 rolled in, Chicken Gun kept climbing. The game didn't rely on flashy graphics or huge marketing. Players were drawn in by the chaotic fun, the simple controls, and the weird charm of running around as an armed chicken. In early 2020, the game received a major update that added sandbox mode and a new map called Classroom. This update introduced a ton of new content and brought back many returning players. Later that year, another big update arrived, adding brand new maps that created excitement across the community. Everyone wanted to explore the new areas and fight in fresh locations. Word of mouth did most of the work. Friends invited friends, YouTubers showcased it, and suddenly the game was everywhere. Every update pushed the growth even further. More maps, new weapons, better customization. Even players who had quit came back to see what changed. At the end of 2020, Chicken Gun downloads grew 10 times, with the game passing more than 10 million installs. 2021 was another strong year for the game. Apps added many new modes, such as offline mode, dual mode, free mode, and more. This year also introduced new inventory, new maps like Challow House Z, new death sounds, and plenty of fresh content overall. Players had more ways to enjoy the game, and the updates stayed consistent. Cheating existed, but it wasn't too bad. Most players could still enjoy the game normally. The cracks had not started yet. Chicken Gun was still in a good place. At the end of 2021, the game exploded in popularity. 2022 was the turning point. Updates slowed down, new content felt smaller and less interesting. Players started noticing that the game wasn't evolving like it used to. Apps removed support for Android 4.4 KitKat. Even worse, near the end of 2022, they removed Google Play Games support. That meant if you uninstalled Chicken Gun, you lost all your data forever. This year alone, the game gained over 20 million downloads because of the explosion at the end of 2021, but by May, downloads slowed again. More bugs appeared and stayed unfixed for months. Each update caused new glitches, and the game became more unstable. Cheating slowly grew worse. It wasn't game-breaking yet, but players were getting annoyed. By 2023, the problems that began in 2022 got much worse. Because many players were angry about Google Play Games being removed, Apps had to bring the support back. Updates became rare. When updates did appear, they barely added anything. Most were minor fixes or cosmetic changes that didn't move the game forward. Hacking exploded, servers were filled with cheaters, and Apps' anti-cheat didn't keep up. Longtime players quit because most matches felt unfair. Monetization got more aggressive. The shop introduced randomized prices. This meant a mid-legendary weapon could cost 1,000, while a high legendary weapon could cost only 500. It felt inconsistent and greedy. Free-to-play players felt ignored, and many left. By the end of 2023, Chicken Gun had lost over 42% of its monthly active players, even though downloads kept rising. By the end of the year, Chicken Gun passed 50 million total downloads. The game that once ruled chaotic shooters was now struggling to hold on.
2024 was another rough year. Shop prices got even more random. Cheating got even worse. Updates stayed slow. Challo apps focused more on new games, and Chicken Gun felt abandoned. In September 2024, Challo apps shut down USA and Asian servers for versions 4.2.0 and older. After version 4.3.0, they removed the region button entirely, which made the game harder for players worldwide. They removed support for Android 5 on July 21st. Challo apps also added an anti-cheat and switched the game from APK to XAPK to make hacking harder. Hackers bypassed it in 2 months. Many players called Challo apps greedy, saying the company cared more about money than fixing the game. Servers were overloaded, players were kicked automatically, and Challo apps refused to upgrade the servers. By late 2024, Chicken Gun had lost over half its entire community. By 2025, Chicken Gun was in a critical state. The player base was still falling. Updates felt rushed. Cheating was everywhere. The shop felt more pay to win than ever. The developers tried to fix things, but it was too late. Years of slow updates, aggressive monetization, server shutdowns, and weak anti-cheat pushed the community away. Chicken Gun didn't fall because it was a bad game. It fell because it was ignored. A game that once peaked at 100 million downloads is now a shadow of what it used to be. As an old Chicken Gun player, it is sad to see the game filled with hackers. Old versions had fewer weapons, but the community was cleaner, and there were almost no kill servers.